What's up guys, Zami here and you're watching Heavy Metal Pomp. Today I've got another pomade review for you. We're gonna be looking at another homebrewed pomade from Malaysia. We're gonna be looking at Genggam Pomade's Monopomp. Monopomp is an unorthodox water-based pomade with a firm hold. This was sent to me by DF from Genggam Pomade. Thanks a lot bro. And without further ado, we're gonna be taking a closer look at the jar right now. And here we have Genggam Pomade's Monopomp. Comes in the standard 3.5 ounce amber glass jar. Has a black lid on it. The label has a Monopoly theme to it, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of it, the design does look pretty clean and nice. And if you open it up, you get this creamy off-white pomade inside. The scent is described as an iced lemon tea scent, and for the most part it's pretty accurate, but it smells a lot like instant iced lemon tea. Has this very artificial powdery smell to it, and it's pretty nice. It's a pretty good novelty scent if you're into tea scents. Anyway, scooping it up, it's pretty easy. Feels really thick and creamy. Breaking it down is just as creamy. And you start to feel the tack and stickiness once you're breaking it down. Going into your hair, you'll start to feel it tug and pull just a bit. You can definitely feel that it's gonna give you quite a hold. And it looks white on the hands, and when you're applying it, you do notice some white streaks. But it all goes away pretty easily, so you don't really need to worry about it. Now, because it does tug and pull quite a bit, I do recommend either applying in smaller scoops or going into damp hair. And the scent is fairly strong, but it's not overpowering. But it does last throughout most of the day. Slicking it back has quite a bit of resistance to it, but once you comb it through a few times, it does get a bit easier. It has quite a dry feel to it as well, but it's still got a decent amount of slickness. It's not too bad. I'm gonna start my hair now. Talk to you again shortly. And I'm pretty much just gonna call that done. So as you can tell, I'm getting pretty good height. My sides are held down really well. Everything else is slicking down pretty well for now, but I will get more into that later. Getting a low to matte shine. And the scent is pretty subtle, but you do catch it every now and then. So let's talk more about Genggam Pomade's Monopomp. How I feel about Monopomp is pretty similar to how I feel about other heavier holding unorthodox water-based pomades. I do like the convenience of these products. They are fairly easy to use and I usually get pretty good results. But just like other unorthodox water-based pomades, they usually lack the slickness that I need. After a couple of hours, I do find that my problem areas start to stick out. Of course, there's something a little recombing can fix, but it's still pretty annoying. And to be honest, I have mixed feelings about the scent. I do like the scent, but I just don't see myself using it very often. Which is actually the case for most novelty scents, for me at least. But nonetheless, this is still a really solid unorthodox water-based pomade. It holds up in the heat really well and is still pretty easy to wash out. Speaking of which, it would take about 1 to 2 showers with shampoo to completely wash it out. Pretty standard with all these water-based pomades. So anyways, final verdict on Genggam Pomade's Monopomp. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of unorthodox water-based pomades, this is still a pretty good option. And like I said, I do have mixed feelings about the scent, and I do think that most people would either love or hate the scent. So it really depends on you. And as per usual, more details on the blog, link down below. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the review. Do leave a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel right here. Or you can check out my last video right here. I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.